One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Mariah? I used to swim all the time near my house. I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No, let me go instead. Oh, okay, so she's dying. She's going to die. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Natalie. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Gregor, sounds good to me. Karin, his arms are the longest. He's probably the best at climbing. No, that wouldn't be right. Gregor, let me go instead. I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a bench from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We'll each pick one, and the shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing, you saw Gregor cut the branch lengths. You pick the biggest. You watch the others intensely. Will it be Gregor? And Natalie? Karin? Will it be Looks like I've got the shortest. Mariah, it's okay. I watched Natalie forage earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area. Maybe you'll find fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karin, and Natalie, Gregor, I'll keep us alive. Yeah, fuck me. I promise. She promised. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. Yup, she is dead. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. Yeah, because if she doesn't drown, she's gonna freeze to death. So, she's dying either ways. That's bad. Oh, I liked Mariah. And then silence. Mariah has left the cabin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun has completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a cabin guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel, and then you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong, you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders and both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair causes you to throw up on the embers. You can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the stove and tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. One of them looks behind her, eyes widening when she sees you. She's terrified. You've never been this angry in your life. You're gaining on them. They can't run forever. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall downward, screaming as your eye begins to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake up in a cold sweat. Okay. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Mariah. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So, what do we do now? Just wait? Karin, how long? It's been almost a day since she left. And Natalie and Gregor look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Karin. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back. What are we supposed to eat, mice? Karin, I'm sure Natalie will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. I never should have eaten that much. I'm... Karin's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Natalie just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. You're sure Mariah will make it back? She promised. Everyone retreats to a corner. Well, damn, there goes my romance. What do you want to do today? I guess I'll talk to Natalie since he was closer to Mariah, I suppose. Hey, the kitchen definitely doesn't feel the same without Mariah. Her laugh, her smile. I never got to tell her how I felt about her. Oh yeah, he liked her. She'll be back, right? You nod. Yeah. I wish we had rationed better. You decide to distract Natalie with an old story. There was once a villager who had stocked up supplies for the winter. He filled his house with a cow, a sack of grains from the field, and 92 buckets of water, mostly for the cow. He ran out of room quickly. One day, the villager grew sick. He knew he needed the life-giving milk from the cow to survive the winter. But when he attempted to milk the cow, his grip was too weak to grasp her udders. In desperation, he began to boil the grains. The cow cried out for food, but the villager could only afford to feed himself. Each night, the cries of the cow kept him awake. Until one day, he finally ran out of food. The villager crawled into bed for the last time, sobbing as the snow deepened outside. The cow's sad eyes stared back at him. He wanted to comfort the cow, but the buckets blocked his path. He was too weak, too sick. The final noise he heard was the cow, still crying out for food. One halting no to end his life. Yeah, I don't think that story helped, actually. That just made me depressed. And Natalie looks horrified with your story. The Chumpets can wait. You leave Natalie to his thoughts. Okay, why would you just tell that story to somebody? No, he's gonna kill himself. That's so depressing. I feel so bad for the cow. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'd be fine with just the strawberries. Haha. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. You would, too. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. You fall asleep quickly, but you only dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake in a cold sweat in a completely different room. Okay, was it a dream, really? I'm a little worried. Good morning. Karin looks worse. Will you cook for the group today? Um, well, I have no choice, so I will cook. You take a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. Where did I get meat? Where did I get meat from? You cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... The three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting into small cutlets. They immediately grab some of the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration better this time. I don't think that's the case. I think you got Mariah's body and cut the meat out of that. Because we didn't have any meat before, so how do we magically have some now? I understand. Thank you. And Natalie runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. Yeah, and why would he puke after eating meat if the only vegetarian was Mariah? So you can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. His taste is... Oh, he knows. Gregor wanders off. Okay, so it's tasting funny. And Natalie returns looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some. Don't fight this, Natalie. Mup. And Natalie takes a piece from the plate, turning his back to the group as he eats it. You can hear him crying. Oh, that's so sad. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Okay. Karin leaves you with the man. Who do you want to talk to? I'll speak with Natalie. He seems to be going through it. You knock on the door first. Natalie? You slowly open it. Oh no, not the slowly opening the door. No, this is giving me flashbacks. Oh god. Okay, he's fine. He isn't hanging. That's fine. Thanks for checking in on me. You ask if he still feels sick. Not anymore. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less known, the better. Oh, I fear you already know. That's why you're crying. You nod. Thank you. You're sure Natalie will remember that? Oh. You leave Natalie and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Oh, what is that? What the fuck is that? What is this? Hours passed. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. They can never be satiated now. Oh no. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explained that you wanted to ration the meat better this time. No dinner. Fine. I understand. I can wait. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly. In the kitchen floor? Well, at least now I can sleep on the couch since Mariah isn't here. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply. Forge me a new eye then. You laugh. But then the ropes come out. He ties you to the chair with a long rope to prevent you from moving. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker one. No turning back now. The blacksmith takes a hot poker out of the coals. It makes his eyes glow as he scowls at you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye. Oh god. Before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. The force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body as he raises the poker again. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, day 9. Let's go. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? Oh, I noticed this. Okay. The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone's still bound to the cabin. Well, we could, if they receded a little bit, we could just go search for berries in this area, right? The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Where's Mariah? Oh, she's dead. We ate her. Don't you remember? This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m. I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise, like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something, right? Yes. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. You just said you don't hear anything. But that's just a broadcast. Right? Oh, you cannot see her face. Wait. That's creepy as fuck. Ew. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what she would have wanted. What's gotten into you, Natalie? Natalie looks at you, begging. Bring us another slab. Please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Help me. Natalie? Gregor looks hurt by Natalie's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it some boiling cauldron water. It'll taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it quickly. Smells good. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Okay, I hope none of you do that creepy face again. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole. Natalie creates ripples in a broth with his finger he isn't eating. Why would you ask me to cook it if you're not gonna eat it? Fuck you. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Mariah. And Natalie begins to weep. You look over at Karin. You didn't notice her eating. There's just an empty bowl now. Karin is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. How could you be so careless again? You remember Karin's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? The storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. And Natalie? Yes? I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants. Please, Natalie, you can swim back after looking. Gregor is right, Natalie. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. You're right. Mariah's still out there. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help, but we need your help, Natalie. That's right, Natalie. Please help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. Oh, that was creepy as fuck. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. Oh, I wish I knew how to knit. I want to get into that, actually. You go to bed ravenous. Mariah? Something is approaching. Oh. Don't be a crybaby. It's just me, Onion. Not going to be very sweet today. I'm worried about Natalie. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Please? Don't you trust my advice? You shake your head. Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It'll help prevent colds and wards off viruses. Yeah, I doubt that's true. That was a lie. People actually believed it in a 15s? How embarrassing. Who would believe that? There even was a doctor in 1919 who tricked people into thinking it was true. Anyways, you know what smells worse than a raw onion left in a room? You. Oh, it's been a while since your last bath, right? You can't remember. Could smell you before I even came in the room. Yikes. So, can you stop Natalie from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. And Natalie can make his own decisions. Please, we don't need another one stalking the hallways. What do you mean? Tapping on the windows, crying through the radio. You have the sudden urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse hose to get around? Scared to death that I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle to cabbage about you. She can be as mean as potato if you get on her bad side. Just kidding, she's great. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Natalie you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's only for me, okay? You can't trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're for frying pan tomorrow. Nothing beats sliding around on butter. Later. Okay. You completely forget the conversation with Onion. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Bam. This is not gonna be good. You have a strange dream. A fox is collecting payment from you. You despise him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack, then add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs tear the fox in half. Filled with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food. A storm rages outside. As the snow piles up, you begin to eat whatever you can find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day, you'll wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin, completely ravenous. Trees begin to look like charred meat. Or you could just cut your hand off and eat that. You take a cut out of one, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood as you wade through the snow. Days later, a deer gallops by, the first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. Okay. Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in a corner. You wipe it up with a rag to save them the embarrassment. Oh, it was probably this guy. Good morning. Good morning, little guy. Well, Natalie, what's your decision? I barely slept last night. I could hear her whispers coming from the basement. She kept telling me to go outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. Wait, really? Natalie, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. Oh. She's gonna go full Monica. The group disperses. Tension seems to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? I think that I'll talk to Natalie. Natalie looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Natalie seems comforted by your presence. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out through the holes. I really don't want to go out, but I don't want her tormenting me anymore. You know what's down there, don't you? Yeah, I guess I do. Of course you do. How else would you keep us fit? And Natalie looks like he's going to puke. Please get away from me. And Natalie leaves you. And Natalie leaves your vicinity. It looks like Natalie will remember that. You call everyone together for a meeting. Well, that went sideways. Natalie, you okay, little guy? And Natalie looks pale, like he's going to pass out. And Natalie, have you made a decision? Yes, I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Natalie. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Natalie. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Karin, yes? Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say something to Natalie? Me or Karin? You say nothing. I have nothing to say. Goodbye, Natalie. Goodbye, everyone. Good luck, little guy. And Natalie has left the cabin. I don't know what's worse, dying of hunger or dying, or drowning. I think drowning would be best because at least it's like, it's faster than dying of hunger because dying of hunger would take weeks. So, yeah, I think I would go out in a situation. I would rather die. See you soon, little guy. I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Damn, bitch. Karin goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor is getting choked up. I didn't tell him. Missing him already. Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back on you. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. You hear a scraping on the floor. Oh, hell no. Found you. You explain how this isn't a good time right now. This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree but dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Another cornbread classic. You're being very unpopular right now. That's a tree reference, get it? I don't actually. Anyways, you need to protect Gregor from the red-haired woman. Cabbage called an emergency chumphead meeting and told me to give you this mission. Protect Gregor at all costs. Understood? There's not much I can do, but sure, you nod. It's the yeast you can do, right? Tell Brett that pun didn't make sense. On a roll today, I'll see you around. Brett hops away, pushing himself through a mouse hole with a small pop. You fall asleep, thinking about what Brett told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down to the workbench. Wait, are Natalie's glasses? After working the saw, you wrap the cuts in no newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you decide to dry the cuts with the towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching. You clench a fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh boy, that cannot be good. You wake in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk or you found some meat? Oh no. Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's events. You decide to surprise everyone with breakfast. You start by cutting each slice fairly thin. You brown each side in the oven, releasing a unique smell into the air. Karin runs into the kitchen. Of course she would. What is that smell? Give it to me. Now. You don't argue. Karin grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth. She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with the rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh God. Already? Gregor looks conflicted, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, grabbing more with his hands. Tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration. Karin is sounding more determined than before. I'm going to lie down on the couch, trying to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Karin leans in close to whisper. I'm glad Mariah and Natalie are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. Okay, Monica. Okay, how did you get so good at it? You tell Karin. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all that I can think about. I read the book on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect your art? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Karin pauses, deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave. Who said that? Why wouldn't you be the next one to leave? What makes you think that we wouldn't vote you out? Girl. But he doesn't stand a chance outside. Well, neither would you. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Karin hands you a vial of liquid. Think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong anesthetic. Oh no. Nope. I am not participating in that. You want to kill him? You do it yourself. I want you to slip this into Gregor's mug tonight. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. This request is beyond extreme. Will you do this for me? Why don't you do it? I need to psych myself up for what's next. This is my first time and I want it to be perfect. No, I won't do it for you. If you want to do it yourself. I want nothing to do with your shenanigans. Fine. Save that for a rainy day. I have everything set up by the couch. You don't have to watch. The restraints should be easy to apply myself. Gregor's strength is a farce. Gregor, hi. Hey, Karin. What are you doing? Untie me. Oh my god. This will be over soon, Gregor. Well, you could at least give him the anesthetic, right? Stop. Gregor has turned silent. I wonder why. You leave her alone, going into the bedroom and crawling into the bed Natalie slept in. You fall asleep almost instantly. I would never go to sleep in this situation. There's a crazy woman out there with a knife killing my friend. Why would I go to sleep? So she can kill me? Absolutely not. Are you out of your mind? We're not gonna wake up. I don't know. Wake up, sleepyhead. Oh, who's that? Is that Mariah? You were having a nightmare. Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a great job. Made us all some breakfast this morning to celebrate. Breakfast with what? That's a surprise. Gregor already finished his. Took a few hours though. Come on, let's eat. You get out of bed and head to the living room. Oh no. Oh. Well, you're fucked. Why? He's a little weak from the blood loss, but don't worry. Bandage him up like a field medic. My. What is it, Gregor? Where are my... Maybe if you spent as much time reading books as chopping wood, you would have noticed the pages I was bookmarking in the necropsy book. What are you talking about? Do I have to spell it out for you? You're useless. You can't swim. How could you help us if you admittedly drown? What? I put some of your limbs away I put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty earlier, huh? Gregor goes pale. How's that for a big breakfast? Haha. Gregor looks at you. Don't even think about crawling away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. We'll eat your fresh arm when everything else is gone. Let me start cooking some more of your leg. I'll leave you to alone to chat. This has gone too far. Hey, all I wanted was to keep everyone alive and together, but I failed. Are you disappointed in me? I don't think I have any reason to. It's not your fault that it started raining. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Growing up, my mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths, I was never satisfied. One day on my way home from school, I was walking past the town and something smelled amazing. It was coming from a pile of trash. Okay, that cannot be true. I dug through it and discovered a bag, a meal that was fresh out the oven. At least, that's what I thought. I became severely ill with food poisoning. Yeah, you don't say. Dry heaving into the toilet for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me to bed. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food. I'll never get this foul taste off my mouth. She's going to keep eating me. I'm sorry. Getting too lightheaded to hold a good conversation, haha. He's going to torture me again. You know that, right? You nod. Gregor grows a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? I'm so cold. This cabin, everything about it, chills me to the bones. Please, consider it my dying wish. Yeah, sure, why not? Thank you. Much warmer now. Watch out for that knife, okay? Gregor begins to look at Peace. Oh, yeah, he's dead. You watch the last of Gregor's air escape his lungs. What the hell do you think you're doing? You tell Karin that Gregor gave up. You could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? No matter. Plenty of food left now. Karin leaves you alone. You head to the kitchen to try to find the other remains. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander. Let's play hide and seek. There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? The red-haired woman should know where the basement key is, and I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's whittling something in the rocking chair right now, so watch out for that knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Wait, isn't that your knife? Why did you let her have it? You shrug. As the leader of the Chumpets, it's important that you find all of us. So please don't forget any of us. Good luck. Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You have been neglecting the Chumpets lately. Can it hurt to play along with them, right? You go talk to Karin in the living room. Looks like Karin just slicing away at a block of wood. Gregor's remains have been stored for safekeeping. Scrubbed all of the blood out the couch to save you the trouble. Yes. Have you seen the basement key anywhere? Was it in the kitchen? You can't remember. I haven't seen the key. Maybe one of the Chumpets can help you find it in the kitchen? You decide to go look for it. Thankfully, there's not too many places for Cabbage to hide. Where do you want to check first? Okay, so the cupboards, you open a few drawers. They're empty. They must have been full of the dishes that are piling up. Yikes. Behind the wood pile, there's nothing but cobwebs. Thankfully, no spiders. And the cauldron. You hear some rustling around. Found her. She always picks the same hiding spot. Ah, you found me. Well done. As leader of the Chumpets, getting through those mouse holes is a chore. Can't find any Chumpets to push me through. You help me out, right? Cabbage has joined the party. 4 Chumpets to go. What's next? Glad you asked. Keep it up. You'll be a member of the Chumpets in no time. You asked Cabbage about the basement key. Did you forget again? It's right in the nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in there. You found the basement key. There it is. That's to the room where we found Potato. Check behind the cauldron for the other one. You got the basement entrance key. Let's go find Onion. He's hiding in the bedroom. He's making hide and seek far too easy. Chumpets, find Onion. Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Can't hurt to find Onion, right? I hope not. Found him. Don't be a crybaby. It's just me. Onion. Today, I'm feeling sweet as a sugar cane. Honest. How did you eat something gross? Your breath stinks. Drenched head to toe in sweat too. Could smell you coming a mile away. Gross. Did the red-haired woman scare you or something? You tell Onion everything that happened. Whoa. Sounds like I missed some mess up stuff. You get a pass. I'm sorry to hear about Mariah, Natalie, and Gregor. But yikes. 3 people dead in less than a month? Not as bad as 5 people in one night though, right? I would probably lose my lunch if I had to see that again. Anyways, don't worry, I got your back. Onion has joined the party. Glad to have you join us, Onion. No problem, Cabbage. I think I heard Brad making noise in the living room. You know how loud he can get. Brad? The one and only. Chumpets. Let's move out. Your party is quickly expanding. 3 chumpets left. You're getting a terrible headache. Your face is feeling numb. Your legs are moving. Oh well, you do some time breathing exercise for a few minutes. That seemed to help. Time to get that bread. You probably strode up to the living room happy to be alive. Where is he? You hear Brad come out of the mouse hole. He's taking his sweet time. Found me. Everyone's secretly favorite chumpet, Brad. Don't you loaf me? My cousin Cornbread taught me that one. He has hundreds, no thousands of terrible puns. He's my role model. So what do you need? You tell Brad about gathering the chumpets together. That's a pretty crumby idea. Remember what happened last time? With Potato? I mean, you're going against the whole grain here. Do you really think we want to go back downstairs? Cabbage. Brad, we need your help fighting Potato. Onion. Missed you, big guy. Come help. I would never let the chumpets down. No need to pass my culinary quiz. I'm coming with you. Brad has joined the party. That's great, Brad. Glad to have you on board, Brad. Of course. Wait. Are you drooling? All 3 chumpets are staring at you. Are you thinking of eating us? You accidentally lick your lips. Snap out of it. You already ate. We're no good for that. You glutton. Oh, I think I passed out. Did they pass out? Holy cow, get them up. So heavy. You stumble to your feet. Let's, go find Raspberry and never speak of this again. I think I heard her over by the basement door. Perfect. Chumpets. Mosey out. You have 3 chumpets in your party. 2 more to go. Your head feels like it's going to crack open. Your hands have gone completely numb. This one is lasting longer than the others. You focus on wiggling your toes for a minute. You didn't pass out cold on the floor. 2 more to go. You go check out the basement door. Where is she? You feel a chill run up your spine. Goosebumps are all over your body. She's here. Everything turns silent. You can almost hear her breathing. Raspberry? You can't sneak up on me. Don't ever try that again. Surprise! Found you, Raspberry! Oh wow, it's very nice to see you, Cabbage. We wouldn't leave you behind, Raspberry. Honest, we need your help fighting Potato. Our combined chumpet detective skills say he's in the basement. Oh yeah? Let's find Potato and get out of here. Raspberry has joined the party. 1 more to go. Don't worry, the basement is already unlocked. Oh crap, the red-haired woman is coming over here. Chumpets, let's hide out. All 4 chumpets quickly escape. You pretend to be studying the basement door. You hear Karin creeping up behind you. Found you. You can see the knife out of the corner of Karin's dress. I don't know if I can wait any longer. Show me where you keep hiding the meat. Let's tear them apart piece by piece, just like Gregor. Karin looks like she's ready to bury the knife into you. What do? I'll tell her about the basement, because if I tell her about the chumpets, she's gonna think that I'm crazy. So that's why it's locked. Open it. I have to see the room. You open the basement door. Thank you. I'll bring up some cutlets and we'll have great dinner. Okay? See you soon. Karin descends the staircase into darkness. You lock the basement door. Did you? Did you just lock the door? You blocked out her screams of rage. Given enough time, they will end. You crawl into bed and go to sleep. Oh god. Is she going to die? I mean, I hope so. But is she? You slept in today. The pounding has completely stopped. You really need to go to the bathroom. You decide to open your eyes. You must slept walk to the bathroom last night. The glow of the candle is oddly comforting. Oh. Candle blew out. And the door is locked. You find a flashlight in the corner of the bathroom and turn it on. Oh god, no. You're in the dark, but you're not alone. Click on objects around the bathroom to get more information or find hidden clues. If you're stuck, just wait a little bit to see the glint of objects to inspect around the bathroom. Just move around your cursor to search the room. Okay, I'll just get over it. Oh. Hello. Are you locked in the bathroom again? You tell her about the candle being blown out. Maybe you just need to try wiggling it a little bit. You unlock the bathroom door. Sometimes the simplest method is the best one. Excuse me, need to conduct the next secret chumpet meeting. Later. You quickly make your escape. Well, getting locked in a bathroom is enough excitement for one day. You get under the covers and quickly fall asleep. Wake up, sleepyhead. Karin? Oh god. Just your imagination again. Karin can still be alive, right? Somebody's at the door. You grip the doorknob tightly, getting ready for what's next. Oh, ew! That can't be the real Gregor. You're determined the halt has officially begun. Events like these are rare. Creating vengeful spirits is difficult. In this state, they'll try giving you a heart attack, push you down a flight of stairs, or cause you to wander into an early demise. The rain has stopped. You decide to go look out the window. Oh, absolutely not. I saw that. The floodwaters are completely gone. Karin would be excited to see this. Shame that she's rotting in the basement. No good reason to leave the cabin. Plenty of food here now. Yeah, I wouldn't leave with that thing out there anyways. You've been so busy you forgot to eat. You head to the kitchen for a snack. Karin's hiding spot was too obvious. You grab some meat from behind the woodpile. You take a few bites of it. You lost more of your humanity. Not fresh enough. Oh well. You decide to crawl back into bed and get a little extra sleep. You have a strange dream. The clouds have parted, the rain has gone away. You wake in a cold sweat. Is this another trick or... Good morning? She's still sticking around. You head to the kitchen to get breakfast. The meat is gone. That noise was coming from the living room. And Natalie? Nobody's here. Some deep scratches are dug into the woods by the couch. Something's approaching. What's making that noise? It sounded like it was coming from the basement door. You go over to investigate. I do? A cold wind is blowing through the hole in the door. You get goosebumps all over your arms. Is this a... Oh, nope. Nope. You wake in a cold sweat. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. No. It's raining again. They're taunting you with dreams of a sunny day. You get out of bed and head to the living room. The couch still smells like Gregor's sweat. Should you have stopped her? You already did. The couch is still comfortable even after Gregor imprinted on it. You decide to take a nap, which quickly turns into a sleep. Damn, all I do is sleep. What about drinking water? What about showering? What about eating something? You must have woken up too early today. The cabin living room is pitch black. You pick up... Oh, I see something in the window already. You pick up a flashlight nearby to explore the darkness. And Natalie? The first note you ever received. Thinking about the messenger puts a smile on your face. You notice a note sticking out from one of the books. I know you've been ignoring my other letters, so I'm begging you. Please bring back my daughter safely, or I will need to get the others involved. I have left payments outside the door and will pay any price. Please let her go. We don't have to involve anyone else. You take the mother's note with you. You lay back down on the couch, drifting back to sleep. Apparently, this is all I do now. You sleepwalked again. You can hear Potato mumbling in the drawer. Oh, it's you again. Tell me, your first week with the others. Where did you sleep? You think for a minute, but come up with nothing. It's worse than I imagined. Do you remember any concussions? Still nothing? You would routinely collapse around the cabin, and you're telling me no one thought that this shit was weird. And first of all, I was exactly like, where was I sleeping? Because it was two beds that were occupied. The couch was occupied. The chair was occupied. Was I sleeping on the floor and nobody said anything? Slept walking to the walls too, even fell down the basement stairs. I did that? I can't believe you haven't broken your neck yet. You seem to survive almost anything, right? Must be that addiction to meat or something else. Would you share that secret with me? No. Haha. Still have some common sense left in you. Tell me, what was the plan after locking her in the basement? Having her starve to death? With 3 corpses already down there? Plenty of rainwater? Haha. She'll be much stronger than the last time you saw her. Go downstairs. Put an end to this. I don't care if you come back alive. Maybe the red-haired woman will let all of us move on? Or will she act like you? You ignore Potato, heading to the basement door. It's been enough days, right? You open the door and prepare for the worst. It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. You begin your descent. Something is approaching. Ooh. Can you hear me? I I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? When Natalie's down here, come have some bread with us. They always try things like this. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here, loads of it. Fine. Down here, beware of Karin. She's ill beyond repair. And she will rip the flesh from your bones. Goodbye, Maria. To speak again. You feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You continue your descent. Okay, the walls, they're a mix of dirt and soup. Something's approaching.